Good evening and welcome. This is Whole and Beautiful. I am Angela Oliphant, your host, and I am so glad that you all have joined me tonight for another night of information, revelation, and change. Tonight is going to be another just good night to talk. I've been sharing some different words with you each week that we've been coming. I've been giving you a word, that one word, and we've been talking about that one word. And tonight is not going to be any different. I'm going to share a word with you, and we're going to go and look at it and dive into it. If you've been watching this show, any time frame, whatever time frame that you have been watching it, you know that I love words. I love, I just love words. They are powerful to me, and I am looking so forward to just sharing that word with you tonight, the word that I have for you tonight. I want to do a reminder, and guys, I'm just checking here because I'm trying to make sure that I share my own show because I'm asking you to like, to comment, to share this with everyone. So I am trying to do the same and share the show myself. So make sure that you're doing that for me on tonight when you join in. Don't just join in by yourself. Make sure that you're engaging somebody else in the conversation, that you're letting somebody else know, hey, Hold and Beautiful is on. And they have some good topics. So let's listen. Let's see what's going on with them. So that's what I want you all to do is to share it, to like, to comment, to share. And you can do that. I'm going to try to see. Okay, I think I got it going. We'll see. Anywho, we're making sure that we are liking, that we're commenting, that we are sharing with everyone. Whole and Beautiful. All right, guys. Tonight is, like I said, another good night. We're going to share this word with you. I want to just let you know that I am still doing my other segments that I've done with the show. I'm still working on different things with that. But you know what? When you send me that email at wholebeautiful@gmail.com, we'll get to all of that, and we will add in people as they're coming in, and we'll do those interviews with those different people, and we will also talk to some couples, and we will also talk to some different people. I'm just trying to get some information to you. So if it's something that you want to know about, like we have said before, if there's something that you would like to know about, let me know. And I will do the research, find the information, or I will go and talk to someone who is a resource that can bring you the right information. Because, like we talked about last week, information is facts, it's factual. It's not something, it's not like hearsay, it's not like gossip, it's not any of those things. Information is facts, and we want to get those facts out to you, but we want that to connect with something. You know, when it connects with you, and that's when you get your revelation. That's when change can come. Why? Because you can begin to walk in wisdom. Once you take information and you apply it, it can become wisdom to you. So we don't just want to be creative. We want to be innovative. We want to make sure that things around us are changed. We want to be able to execute our plans out. And that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. We want to be able to execute. We don't want to just have the great ideas, because that's something that I've thought about a lot for myself. You have these great, wonderful ideas of what you want to do and how you want to get it done and how this is going to work, how that's going to work. And you have the ideas, you would even write them down, and have all these great, wonderful ideas because you're creative. But then you need to be innovative. You need to be able to execute the plan. You need to be able to write the plan, write it out and say, this is the first step that I'm going to take towards doing this. And this is my next step. And that is my next step. Why? Because you need that in your life so that you can plan your goals out and you know which way you're going. You can plan your way. And if God changes your way and changes something in there, be flexible to move and to change it. But you need to plan it. You need to execute it. You need to do the research on whatever it is that you want to do, whatever you're trying to go out there and do. You need to do that research. You need to search it out so you can push forward and go forward in it. And how do you do that? You do it by order. That's our word for tonight. Order. Order is what we're talking about tonight. And I don't know how long it's going to last, but I do know that it's going to be life changing if you take it and you apply it to your life tonight. Order is, and I'm going to read this straight like I wrote it down from the dictionary, because I'm a person that loves words. So I go and I research to see what the word means. Order is the arrangement or disposition of people or things in relation to each other according to a particular sequence, pattern, or method. It means this is the way that it's done. This is how we get it done. Just like you learn your alphabet, the A, B, C, D, E, you learn that alphabet. It goes in that order. If someone was to come and start saying, Y, A, D, P, you're like, huh? What are they talking about? Because we've always learned it A, B, C, D, E. That's an order. When you learn how to count, that's an order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you learn to count by fives, 5, 10, 15, 20. Those are ordered. That's the order that it goes in. So you're learning it. And because you have that order and because you have like that cadence, that order, then you are able to pick those things up and learn those things. You can teach those things to children very young, and they pick it up. And they pick it up even more if you have music to it. It's like if you got music to it, a lot of kids and even adults will pick it up quicker. And that's how I learned scripture, is because scripture was put to music. And because it was put to music, it was easier for me to remember it. So it was like I was able to pick it up because of that cadence, because of that order. When you look at your life, you have to realize that order is all around you and order is in you. And if it's chaotic and there's no order, you become frustrated. Sometimes you're angry. Sometimes you're upset. Sometimes you feel sick. You feel like just in disarray, all discombobulated and confused. Why? Because that's exactly what chaos is. Chaos is complete disorder and confusion. It's like mayhem. Is violent or damaging disorder. It's disorder in your life. It's disorder in you when there's no like order of the way things are. Even if you look at the human body, there's an order that how it works, how it operates. And whenever something is not operating right, whenever something is in disorder, disarray, what do? We're going to the doctor. Why? Because this is out of order. This should not be looking like this. This should not be hurting like this. This is not the way that it should be. Like if your vision is impaired, you're like, okay, I need to see better. So you go and you see your eye doctor. Why? Because you need some order brought back. And he gives you some of these with some medication in it. And because of the medication and everything, it causes the order to come back to your eyes so you can focus and you can see. And order causes us to focus and to see in our own lives, not just with the physical, but in our hearts, and to know which way we're going. When things are in disarray, I don't know about you all, but when things are in disarray and there's no order there, it's just chaotic and I can't get anything accomplished. If my mind is like all over the place and I can't focus and get things in order, I'm just all over the place and nothing comes to I would say fruition, as they would say in the church, but it just doesn't come because there's so much disarray and so much disorder. We need order in our lives. When you put things together, it's like I was talking about the cadence. There's a cadence even with the music. When someone is writing a song or whatever, it's like that cadence in there, that beat, that thing. It's like they can hear how it's supposed to sound, and how it's supposed to flow, and they will put it that way. If you listen to certain music, like let's say like a jazz or a soft like instrumental, some of that music, will take you straight to sleep. Why? Because there's order in it, and there's a rhythm, and there's a cadence that will cause you to begin to relax and to focus. Some people put jazz music on just so that they can study, because it helps to keep you focused. Now, if you put something on there's playing notes you ain't never heard of before, and it's going all over the place, and you just hearing all this crazy stuff going on, it messes with your mind. It messes with you. When even at your home, when things are in disarray, they're not in order. And I'm not saying that you just have, like your OCD, which sometimes people get into that, and that's like way over on the other side of it. But you want to be in a place where things are in order. You want to be in a place where you can come home and you enjoy the fact that you are at home. You enjoy the fact that, hey, this is my dwelling, and I can be at peace when I'm in here. Because a lot of times, if things are not in order, or things are not in place, and things are not being, done the way that they need to be done, you come home, and some people hate to even go home because there is no order. That something's out of order, and it bothers you here in your mind. It bothers you because things are not in order. Things are not flowing the way that they should flow. And in order to go to our next level, in order to get to our next place, in order to be the thing, to do what we need to do, there needs to be order in our lives. There needs to be those certain patterns. And I'm telling you, well, with a pattern, if you got the wrong pattern going on, like you got the disarray going on, like let's say you say, you know what, I'm not gonna wash those dishes, and you have made that a habit. So the dishes keep piling up and piling up and piling up. Why? Because you have decided that you're not going to wash them. You have decided, you know what? I'm not vacuuming. I'm not cleaning. I'm not doing any of this. I'll find me a space somewhere in here and just sit in the little space, and that'll be my little space. And you set that as a pattern, and you think that that is your order. But when you begin to organize, and you begin to put things in their place, and you begin to get order, you will see that when all the clutter is starting to be cleared, then your mind will begin to be cleared, because you can't operate to the fullest capacity that you can with disarray and confusion and disorder in your life. Just like I said, with the human body, when there's disorder there, you know it, and you're like, okay, I need to get this taken care of. So that needs to be done even in your own life. When you see that there's disorder there, when you see that that the arrangement of things is not working, that this is not a flow, that I need to find an order, I need to find a rhythm, I need to find that cadence, so that I can move with that. And I don't compare myself against, with somebody else. I have to look at myself for me and say, okay, what's your rhythm? You got to catch the rhythm of who you are. You got to catch the cadence of who you are. You got to organize. You got to have things in order, so that you can begin to flow and you can begin to grow. Because certain things are needed even for a plant to grow. Some plants need a lot of sunshine, others do not. Some need certain types of soil, others do not. So you have to see where you are. And we are all different. We are all individuals. We all look at things different. We all do things differently. But you got to find your rhythm, your cadence, your order in your life. And Order has been with us, guys, since the beginning. It's like order. I thought about it today. I was like, well, what if I walked into work, and instead of the desk, and chair sitting there like it normally is when you walk into the office, what if somebody had took the chair and put it on top of the desk, and they had took chairs and turned them upside down and stuff? You were like, what in the world? This is confusion. What's going on? Because there's an order to your workplace, to the way furniture sits, and they different things like that. I came to work one day and I saw a shoe print on my desk, and I was like, now who in the world was standing on top of the desk? But then I looked above my desk and I saw a vent up there. And I said, okay, the people that were cleaning, they probably came in here, and instead of stepping up on something, they stepped up on the desk in order to clean that vent and stuff that's above my desk. But that was a time of just something being out of order. We have to look at it even with the earth, with things that go on. It's because of the order. Things are just flowing, things are just growing, and they have an order about them. If you watch anything or any person, you can pick up what their order is, what the order is with them, how they do things, what is their pattern, how do they flow. Look at your life this upcoming weekend. Try to look at you and say, what is my order? Do I need to change something in there? Do I need to break up that pattern and make a new pattern? Because this pattern is not working for me. Sometimes we've been doing things so long, we just do it out of habit, but we're not doing it and being productive with it. We just do it strictly out of habit. And if you want to grow, and if you want to move forward, and if you want things to change, you may have to change that order and find a new pattern, find a new way of doing something, find a new way to accomplish this thing that you want to accomplish. If you have that goal, then what's the order? What are you going to do? What are your steps to do to get to whatever that goal is? If your goal is, say, you know what, I want to lose this weight and I want to keep it off, I don't want to get it back on, what are your steps to getting there? You have to have some steps to getting there. And it can't be, lose weight quick kind of thing. You have to do something that's going to keep you if you want to maintain it. Because sometimes we lose too fast, and then when we lose too fast, we gain it all back, and we're like, how in the world that happened? Because you starved yourself, or you did whatever you were going to do, or you took that particular medication, or you did whatever you did with that particular thing. And yes, you lost the weight, but then you went right back to eating bad. You went right back to not exercising. You went right back to doing those old things. And really, if you had to continue on the route that you were going, eating right, exercise, and portion control, and all these other things, then you will continue to be, losing, and you would get to a place where it would plateau, and you'd be like, okay, I'm good. But you've got to put order in that. It's like step 1, this is what I need to do. Step 2, this is what I need to do. Step 3, this is what I need to do. Why? Because I'm going towards a goal. And we have to realize, in order to reach those goals, we got to have some order. It can't be chaotic. I can't be, I'm going to eat right for the day, and then tomorrow I'm going to not eat right, and then I'm going to take like 3 or 4 days of not eating right. Then I'm turn around and I'm going to eat right, and then I expect to lose 20 pounds. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I've seen it with myself. I've seen it with other people, where it's like, okay, a trainer will give you step 1, step 2, step 3. They give you the exercises. They give you the homework. They tell you, about your nutrition and what you need to eat, and how, and everybody is a little bit different. everybody is not exactly the same. So they tell you, okay, this is what is for you. Because what I may be eating and what I may be doing may be working for me, but it may not work for the other person. So you have to concentrate on what's going to work for you. And that goes with your life. You got to find out what it is that you want to do. And if you know what you want to do, you got to make it be like your priority and have order to it. Have that order with that cadence, that rhythm where you're saying, okay, I'm going to do this today. This is what I'm going to accomplish today because this is the goal that I want to reach with whatever that goal is. And these are the steps I'm going to take to get there. If you want to be a friendlier person, then you need to you need to say, okay, I'm not a person that go and talk to people. I'm not a person that go out there and say certain things to certain people, but I want to change that. So then you have to start making goals and changing that order in your life because you have been on this particular order for so long. And it's an order, but it's a pattern, but it may not be a good order and pattern. So then you have to switch it up and say, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. Hi, Sierra. I am so glad that you are here. Good evening, Linda. Hey, my peoples are here. Thank y'all for tuning in. But you have to get some type of order to your life. You can't be chaotic because chaotic is not going to get you where you want to go. If you're confused all the time, you're not going to reach your goal. If you're confused about, if you're standing at a crossroad or you're in your car and you're getting ready and there's a way you can go left, you can go right, or you can go straight ahead. And if you're sitting at this stop sign and you're not moving because you're confused because you don't know which way to go, you're going to have a lot of people behind you that's angry. Because they want you to get out of the way. But it's the same way even in your life. You'll be at a standstill. You got to decide, okay, what patterns do I need to change? What orders are in my life that I need to change? And then begin to change those. What pattern do I need to change in order to get to this particular goal? And maybe your pattern is a good pattern and you want to keep it, but I want to enhance it. I want to push it forward because I want more. So if you want more, then you're saying, okay, if I want more out of this exercise, if I want more out of this thing that I'm doing, you know what I'm going to do? Okay, I got to push this up a little bit. I got to do a little bit more of this, or I got to eat a little bit more better than what I am, whatever the case may be. And I use the exercise and stuff because that's something that has been like a main focus in my life for a while. But you can do it with anything. You got to have some order though, and you got to start with you. Because what I'm learning and what I've learned is like if you don't have order up here, like in your mind, if you don't get your mind together, then around you won't get better. You got to change your mind about something. I can't change anybody else, but I can change me. I can't make you change, but I can change Angela. I can make sure that Angela changes. So you have to begin to think, okay, I want this change. What am I going to do? What are the steps I'm going to do? What are the patterns that I'm going to form that's going to cause me to begin to change? What types of order is good in my life right now? And what things are that order, that pattern that is causing me, to keep going back to the old me or keep doing the things the old way? And I need to learn how to do it a new way. I need a new way of doing this. I can't keep wanting things to change while I'm continuing to do the same things that I've done before. I want to step outside the box. So I need to begin to think outside the box. And changing your order, changing your pattern may be being around somebody different that you normally don't be around. Listening to somebody different that you normally don't listen to. Putting yourself in situations or circumstances where you can go out, and I'm talking about good, where you can go out and begin to meet new people or meet somebody different or talk to somebody that's already operating in the area where you want to operate. Talk to them. Get you some good questions, even if you have to write them down. Ask questions, listen, watch their lives, see what they did to get where they're going. Some people will readily give you that information because they want to see you prosper. And then you have other people, they won't give you nothing. They won't give you a thing. So you have to sit and you have to push and you have to study that thing out for yourself. So that's what you need to do. You need to begin to push forward, to go forward, and to change some orders. Change some things that may have been in your life where you say, you know what, this was good for this time. Now I need to switch it up. Because during this time of like fall, you see the leaves falling off the trees and you see everything appears to be like dying off, and it's really not. It's just going dormant for this time, for this season, and then it's going to spring back out during springtime. So take this time to dig deep in you and find out, what is it that I'm supposed to do? Or I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm supposed to do. How can I enhance it? How can I make it better? How can I be a better version of who I am? What things do I need to do? If I need to take some time to rest, then okay, I need to make a plan. Because sometimes we are in this pattern of like doing, 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 and we don't know how to sit still. We don't know how to be still. We don't know how to be quiet. And you need that. You need the sleep to replenish, to grow, to go forward. You need that. When people go on retreats and stuff, when they go on a retreat, I know when I used to go on different retreats or different things, you got away. And when you got away, the one thing that stuck to me, it was like, I'm away from everything and everybody else. So I had time to think. I had time to sit and be quiet. So then it was like I would come up with all these ideas and come up with all this thing. And I was like, why couldn't I just come up with that at home? Because I made myself too busy when I was home. When you get this and when you have that order in your life and when you change those patterns and you're changing the way you think about stuff, you could be at home and get the same ideas. You can have a retreat right in your own house. Not saying that you can't go on a vacation, because vacations, I love to go on a good vacation and go hang out, see some different places and do some different things. But your home should be your place of peace. It should be a place of rest. It should be a place where you can create and come up with awesome things. You shouldn't have to leave home to have peace. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't have to leave your house to have peace. But guys, I want you to get some order in your life. I want you to study out you. Watch your patterns. Watch what you're doing. Watch how you're saying things. If you're not where you want to be, push to be where you want to be. Study it out. Make some habits. You know what? I can't be laying in the bed all day if this is what I want to accomplish. I got to have a order. I got to get up at a certain time. I got to get these things accomplished. Why? Because I'm headed towards this goal and I want to reach it. Right? And we all have our places where we need to be. Don't try to be in somebody else's place. Stay in your lane. Your lane is powerful. Your lane is amazing. Your lane is everything it needs to be for you. And nobody can walk in that lane and do it like you do it. Why? Because you're you and you're unique and you're different and you're always going to be uniquely you. So do you, but do it effectively. Do it innovatively. Do it where you know you are executing your plan and you're pushing forward and being and walking in that order where you're getting things accomplished. That's what we want to do. We want to accomplish things. We don't just want to have, great, big, beautiful ideas that never happen. No, no, I don't want that. I don't want my hope deferred. I don't want my heart sick because I'm like, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. I want to look at things and say, yep, did that. Yep, did that. Yep, got that accomplished. Oh man, that was good. To just look at it and say, I'm worth it. I'm enough. I can put that energy into myself and figure it out and walk in some order. Because even in the earth, things have order. They have order. You got different animals live in different places. There's like they do certain things. There's certain things. I mean, with the butterfly has an order. It's a caterpillar first, but there's an order about the way it goes and then transforms into this beautiful butterfly. There's order. If you watch birds and pay attention, different birds do different things. I didn't even notice for a long time that a lot of birds, they hop. I was like, I thought a bunny just hops. But I saw birds that were hopping. I was like, okay, they don't just walk across the thing, they hop. And then, I mean, you have animals that already understand, like when the ducklings and stuff are born, they already understand just being on the water and going. It's in them. And a lot of things we're looking for on the outside of us are on the inside of us. We can have that order to our lives. We just got to be disciplined. We got to say, you know what? Step one, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that step one is accomplished. Get that down pat, then I'll go to step two. And I'm going to get that to a place. I'm going to establish an order in my life, a pattern that's going to bring me a great reward to myself. It's going to bring great rewards to me because I have taken the time to order myself. I have taken the time to set good patterns in my life. I have taken the time to look at me and to know who I am and to know, okay, I can't do this because this will put me in a slump. I can't, allow this to rule and reign in my life because if I do, oh man, it's going to take me for a whirlwind. It's going to put me in confusion. And I don't want to be in confusion. I don't like to be confused. So I'm going to make an effort towards me and to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do, to make sure that I'm walking where I need to walk, to make sure I'm being who I need to be. So that's what we want to do. That is what we want to do. I'm going to read this to you real quick. And this is from my book, The Shepherd, the Sheep, and the Sheepdog. It's a good book, y'all. It's a good book. On the front, it says a call to order within the body of Christ. But I want to tell you something. It's a call to order, period. Wherever you are in life, it's a call to order. Just for you to get in order and to be the best you that you can be in the place where you are supposed to be. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It says, when we take the time to study the earth, and I'm going to say study the earth, study the human body, study, whatever area you want to go into. If you're going to study vegetation or animals or whatever it is, you begin to see how everything begins to operate. And there is an order in which things operate. And without order, there will be no progression. Things would be at a standstill and would cease to live if they don't have order. If they don't have order. Because you don't see just things just running around. If things are running around in a circle and that's not their order. It's like if they're all over the place, you can't get anything accomplished because your mind is everywhere, but you're not focusing in. And I know some people can think and have different things going on all at the same time. That's the way they are. That's their order. But with me, I was like, okay, I need to focus on this, get this accomplished. Let's go to the next thing, get it accomplished. Let's go to the next thing, get it accomplished. Because if I got 20 different things going all at the same time, something is going to go lacking. I know that about myself. So I don't try to have 20, 40, 50, 11 things as some people would say going on all at one time. Why? Because I know something's going to fall if I'm trying to juggle too many things at one time. So I know the focus for me. What is it for you? What patterns do you need to change in order to accomplish? Or what patterns do you need to enhance in order to accomplish where you need to go and where you need to be? Some of us make a pattern out of, like, some people make patterns of not spending time with their kids. Some people make patterns of not spending time with their families. It's a pattern, but it can be broken when they start spending the time. It's like, step back and say, you know what? This over here doesn't come before my family, or this over here doesn't come before my spouse. Some of us don't create good patterns for ourselves, and then we wonder why we're in the predicaments and in the situations and circumstances that we're in. It's because we put ourselves there because we need to change our pattern. We need to change our order. We need to change the way we look at something. We need to expand our thinking, expand our capacity to be able to receive new things and begin to embrace the new things and begin to embrace the change. I had to embrace the fact that, yeah, I am 52 now. I had to embrace that. It wasn't hard for me because every year that I've been given, I'm like excited about it and I love it, you know. But I had to embrace the fact that I was like, okay. But that doesn't mean I just give up on life or whatever. It just means like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not, 20 anymore. I'm not in my 30s anymore. I have moved on from the 40s too. I'm like, hey, still feel good, still, loving me, but embracing where I am. I call it living in your season. You have to live in your season. You have to live in the area where you live, where you are. Have order where you are. Stop trying to be so much in the future and stop trying to live so much in the past. Be in the present. Embrace the moment. Embrace where you are. Love everything about it and say, you know what? I like that about you, but I know that that can be better. So we're going to set some goals and we're going to get to where we need to go with this right here. Or I'm going to set some goals and I'm going to do what I need to do over here because I want this to be better. Or if you're in a place where you're like, you know what, this is good, then that's good. But I always strive for better because I know there's always something more. Not that I beat myself up. No, I embrace where I am on the way to where I'm going. That's what we do at Whole and Beautiful. We embrace where we are on the way to where we're going. And that's what I want you to do. Change those patterns this weekend, guys. See what your pattern is. See what your order is, the order that you have for your life right now. Is it a good thing? Is it a good order? Or is it something that needs to be changed? When creation was put together, God put it all here for us. And it's like everything has an order. Everything has a place. Everything has that particular area that it works in. You have the sun and you have the moon, and they do not compete against each other. The moon knows that its place is at night. The sun knows its place is during the day, and they complement each other, but they do not fight against each other. And that's what I want for you. I want you to know where your place is and shine in your place. Guys, that is all I have for you on tonight. I hope that you got something out of here that you can take, that you can grow by, that you can learn by, that it will cause a change in your life, that this information has brought revelation and is causing a change to come. Tonight's word, order. Look it up, study it out, find out what it is, apply it to your life, and let me know the changes that happen because you put some order in some different areas of your life. Not so strict that you can't move, but you got to order a pattern, a rhythm, a cadence that you can live by and be joyful and be peaceful and have an awesome time just living in the presence. Y'all have a good weekend this weekend. Make sure that you love somebody this weekend, that you encourage somebody this weekend, that you just embrace somebody this weekend. Let them know that they are loved, and let yourself know that you are loved. Okay, until we meet again next week here at 7 p.m., I am Angela D. Oliphant, allowing you to see, to hear, and to know that Whole and Beautiful is not just your destination, guys. It is most definitely your journey. Join me again next week, 7 p.m., or you can see the replay tomorrow at 4 p.m. Either way, join me. Be here. Like, share, comment, and get some more of the Whole and Beautiful Nation to join in so that we can continue to move forward, go forward, and be all we've been created to be. I'll talk to you all again next week, guys. Good night. Have a good night.